Alright, so I just wanted to read this article also. Sorry, my kids are like playing in the background. I have my microphone on, and sorry if the lighting's really bad in here too. We're starting to lose daylight. So let's see here. It says, this is from the Daily Mail. It says, exclusive, Evan Rachel Wood claims Marilyn Manson threatened to blank her 8-year-old son and destroy the families of his other alleged victims. In unearthed documents from her custody battle with ex Jamie Bell. Court documents unearthed by DailyMail.com claim Marilyn Manson threatened to bleep ex-girlfriend Evan Rachel Wood's 8-year-old son Jack. Wood made the allegations in declaration filed in April as part of her ongoing custody battle with ex-Jamie Bell. The Westwood actress, 34, claimed the threats forced her to ramp up security at her LA house and move to Nashville. I am extremely afraid of the alleged offender, Wood said, referring to Manson. I have suffered severe traumatic physical and emotional injury at his hands. Manson is currently under investigation over claims of sexual... Manson is... Bleep that out. Edit that. Manson is currently under investigation over claims of SA and human... You can read it on the screen. More than a dozen women, including Wood, accused him of blank. Wood said that new developments and the pending criminal investigation in Manson's case have made her very concerned about her son's safety when in LA. She also claimed one of Manson's other alleged victims recorded the rocker saying he had pictures of her children as well as their social security number. So we'll see about that. Bell filed a motion in response saying Wood's story defies credibility. Either Evans claims that she is receiving death threats are true and Jack is not safe in her care, or they are not true and she is withholding my son, he said. Marilyn Manson threatened the families of women who accused him of SA and something, according to court papers newly unearthed by DailyMail.com. The rock musician even told Westworld actress, ex-girlfriend Evan Rachel Wood he would blank her 8-year-old son, she said in declaration to the court. I took this threat seriously then and now, she said. This just seems very unlikely. Why didn't she come out with this in the first place? And for some reason you can't see this picture right here. I don't know why. Manson's threats was... Yeah, we already read all this, basically. Wood made the allegations against Manson, 52, in a court battle with ex-partner. Oh, she said she's also looking into attack dogs and security guards at night, she said. 52, in a court battle. Oh, Wood made the allegations against Manson, 52, in a court battle with ex-partner Jamie Bell over custody of their son Jack that has never been reported until now. Really? Now, just now this is coming out. See? And there's a picture of them together. This is like a well-known picture. Evan Rachel Wood accused her ex-boyfriend Marilyn Manson... Shh! Pictured together in 2006 of threatening her son and making her fear for her and her child's safety in court papers unearthed by DailyMail.com. So there's her and her ex. And there's her and her son. She said in a March declaration, I only recently learned that Manson was involved in blank and blank of minors on a large scale. I mean, this just doesn't seem right to me. These new developments, combined with the pending criminal investigation, led me to be very concerned about our child's safety when in Los Angeles. Bell claimed Wood had moved from LA to Nashville to keep the boys safe from him, but Wood said she wanted to leave California because of her fear of Manson and because she liked the slower pace of life in Tennessee. In her papers, Wood refers to Manson as the alleged offender and confirmed that she intends to give evidence against him in court. So there's another picture of them. I am extremely afraid of the alleged offender, Wood said. I have suffered severe traumatic physical and emotional injury at his hands, and I am afraid when he will seek retribution against me for testifying by harming me, our son, members of my family. Really? Like, he's not even that type of person. I don't know. I don't see it. In my experience, the alleged offender is very retaliatory and has always made it clear that he will ruin my life. She said one of Manson's other alleged victims recorded him saying he had pictures of her children going to their mailbox, as well as their social security numbers. I've got everything there effed, and they're going to be effing destroyed, he is said to have told the unidentified woman. There's a picture. He allegedly said he knew where all the people who had created his problems were. I know where they live, where their effing kids go to school, where they work, their parents. Wow. Wood said she had deluged with death threats since making her allegations in February.
Why are you talking about cool right now?
I'm recording. Quiet.
I don't like cool.
Be quiet. I'm recording this, Kyle. Wood said she had been... Oh, we already read that. You take minutes from me, I'll take your life, one of the messages read. Others said, we know where you effing live, and I'm crazy enough to come kill you myself. I cannot stress enough that this is not just the alleged offender as one person who presents a risk to our safety, she wrote. It is the combination of alleged offender and his network of fanatics who, like him, are also extreme Satanists, pedophiles, and Nazis. So that's what she's calling all his fans. Satanists, pedophiles, not sure if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, and Nazis. She justified calling Manson a Nazi by saying he targeted Jewish women and used Nazi paraphernalia as weapons. She goes really far on this. I mean, the alleged offender's network of followers helped him kidnap, that word, and ritualistically torture people, which included binding, whipping, cutting the R word, and forcing people to drink blood. Bell 35 filed court papers in a bid to regain joint custody of Jack after what he called Wood's unilateral decision to move from Los Angeles to Tennessee. Evans' story defies credibility, English-born Bell said in a motion to a court in LA. I frankly do not understand what is happening. Either Evans claims that she is receiving death threats are true and Jack is not safe in her care, or they are not true and she is withholding our son from me for other reasons of her own invention. So he's not believing this either, her ex. And here's the court papers right here. You know, if you want to pause it and read this, you can. I'm not going to read this whole thing. But there's the court papers. Wow. So, this is a lot, too. This court paper. As an actor myself, I am no stranger to threats, and many people I know who are public figures have had to take security precautions, he added. That's her ex saying this. I have received no indication from Evan that she is even a security guard in place. Wood and Billy Elliot star Bell first dated in 2005, and they then rekindled their romance after her relationship with Manson fell apart. People reported in 2012 that they were married in a small ceremony with close family and friends, but in his motion, Bell said they never formally tied the knot. So, Manson is under investigation, we already know this, over claims of SA and this word. More than a dozen women, including Wood, have accused him of abusing them. Game of Thrones actress Esme Bianco filed a federal lawsuit in April claiming that he locked her in a freezing room for 4 days, whipped her, and tortured her with electric shocks. Singer Phoebe Bridgers claims she visited his home as a teenager, and he referred to one of the rooms in his house as the R-word room. Other women said he would lock them in a small soundproof glass enclosure in his home that he referred to as the bad girl room, which is his recording studio. The victim claimed he used the space as a solitary confinement cell used to psychologically torture women. This is all lies. It's a recording studio. So there's them grooming her for sex. She's an adult. Oh, and right here, DailyMail.com reported earlier this month that Manson sold his Hollywood Hills home that allegedly featured the R-word room for $1,835,000. And look at that house. It's gorgeous. That house is gorgeous. I would love to live there. Officers from LA County Sheriff's SVU raided Manson's apartment in West Hollywood on Monday, seizing computer hard drives and media storage units. Manson, real name Brian Warner, was not home at the time, and we already went over this with the hard drives. Oh, Wood first made her claims against Manson in an Instagram post in February. He started grooming me when I was a teenager and horrifically abused me for years, she wrote. When she was a teenager, but she was actually 19, it turned out. 19. That's not really a teenager. That's technically an adult. 19, she's over 18, that's not a teenager. So, but because it's 19, they can get away with saying it. I was brainwashed and manipulated into submission. She said now, done living in fear of retaliation, slander, or blackmail. She's done living in fear, but she's still talking about all this stuff. She's still saying that she's taken all these security precautions. However, her ex says she doesn't even have a security guard. I am here to expose this dangerous man and call out the many industries that have enabled him before he ruins any more lives. I stand with the many victims who will no longer be silent, she added. And she actually, to even call herself a victim, like, it really, it's not good for her to do that. It just kind of could make other victims look bad because her claims are so outlandish. Manson called Wood's claims horrible distortions of reality, but despite his denials, the shock rocker was dropped by his record label. He was also cut from the AMC horror anthology Creepshow soon after, which I had started watching, and I wanted to watch the rest of it, and then they cut him from the show, which I was not happy about. I'm still not happy about that, or any of it rather. In the court papers, Bell, who is now married to actress Kate Mara, said he knew Wood had moved to Nashville with Jack while he was making a movie in New Mexico last fall. She was due to fly him back to LA on December 18th last year so the boy could spend Christmas with his father. On December 19th, Bell claimed, I texted Evan asking if they had arrived okay, and she said they had. However, this was not true. Jack was never put on a plane. Evan had me believe for 4 days that Jack was in California when in fact he was still in Tennessee. During those 4 days, I was not able to connect with Jack over FaceTime even though I tried every day. I tried contacting Evan's mother because I had grown suspicious of Evan's evasiveness and concerned about Jack's whereabouts, but her mother sadly also would not respond. And there's a picture of him with Esme Bianco. And there's her on Game of Thrones. Wood sent him an email on December 22nd saying that she and Jack would be staying in Nashville for the immediate future. As you will soon find out, I am a material witness in a high-profile criminal investigation, which likely will be public in the near future, she added. I have been advised that both Jack and my safety is at risk, and that it is at our best interest to remain in Nashville. She told Bell she would do whatever I can to accommodate you if she wanted to fly to Tennessee to see his son, before ending the message with the words, "Shine on." In later email, she said, the solution is not having Jack stay with you because he remains in danger in LA, where the perpetrators live, not far from your house. In her declaration, Wood said she did not want Jack to be in LA while the Manson case was in the news, although due to contractual obligations, she had to be there from May to this year to December to film Westwood. She said she hopes to save as much money as she can from the work so she can be a stay-at-home mom with Jack once the show ends. However, once the show ends, she said she understands that Belle is frustrated with her over the custody battle. However, I am frustrated with Jamie for not understanding the impact the criminal investigation has on our safety. She said Manson represents an immediate risk of harm to me and people I love, including our son. The risk is heightened if Jack and I are physically in the Los Angeles, Hollywood area where the alleged offender and his circle of extreme Satanists reside. And what's so bad about being a Satanist? Even not saying that, all his fans are or anything, but even if they were, what is so bad about that? Does she even know what that means? Like, it's an actual religion that people practice and it's not a bad thing. And she shouldn't even put Satanists in that. I don't know. She shouldn't even refer to like Satanists as if they're like a bad thing. I think she's like, she doesn't understand what she's saying, really. She doesn't understand what it really means. So that's about it for that article. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Alright, so I just wanted to record this video. Well, I still have some sunlight out here. And as you can see, I know my hair is a mess. I just took a shower earlier, so I haven't done anything with my hair yet. But I'm wearing my Twins of Evil Marilyn Manson shirt. I got this at the last concert, or one of the concerts I went to. Yeah, one of the Twins of Evil concerts. I think it was the last one I went to. And then the back, it just shows like all the different, it's hard to show like the whole entire thing, but it shows all the different shows. So I decided to wear my shirt for the video. But what I want to talk about today is very serious, so these lies, they just keep getting worse and worse. So now, Evan Rachel Wood is now saying that he has threatened to do something that I can't really say on YouTube, but I guess he has threatened now. She's now saying he has threatened to do something to her son. And this is just crazy. I mean, why wouldn't she come out with this in the first place? First, she alleges that he did something to her, and now she's saying it's her son now. It's very unbelievable, the way she's doing this. And it's very unfair to him, obviously, who's innocent and is being accused of these things. And it's just so unbelievable. Like, why is she now all of a sudden coming out with this? It just doesn't make sense. It's unfair to people who are actual victims. And you could tell this is all just, she's doing it for attention. She wants to be famous again. She wants to be relevant again. I'm sure she's doing it for money, just like they all are. This was a big conspiracy, and now it's just the lies continue. The lies are getting even more unbelievable now. So, I don't know. I just wanted to make a little video about this. I'm gonna do an in-depth Marilyn Manson video on like the whole entire thing, in case anybody doesn't know about what happened. And I'm also going to go into detail about stuff that the media isn't telling everybody, and the truth about what's going on, because there's the story the media gives you, and then there's the truth, and usually they're two different things. Anyways, so I'm going to go and do an in-depth, like more in-depth video on that. But I just wanted to do this for now, like a quick little video. So yeah, that's what she's saying now. So yeah, that's what's going on.